When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Ooh, that was off key. All right. Can we start raising more pro-life kids? I am a Latter-day Saint. I believe in the sanctity of life. I believe that children are an heritage to the Lord. I believe that life is worth it, that it matters, that the world would be a better place if we had more people getting married and more people having babies. And I want to pass those lessons on to my kids. And the problem is we wait until they're old enough to be in class and talking about abortion in their ethics class in high school. And that's just too late. I heard a story, this is going to be like third-hand account of President Uchtdorf, right? And he's in South America and someone asked him a question, hey, we got this youth who doesn't want to serve a mission. He's 17. And he says, you're 10 years too late. I'm with that. I get that. I think we need to start having these conversations young about why life matters and why elective abortion is objectively evil. We even have people who are Latter-day Saints who are like, no, I'm Latter-day Saint and I'm pro-choice because I believe in this, this, and that. And it's like, whoa, no, repent. That's not. Anyway, here are kids' movies that I think do a beautiful job at teaching some of these principles that you can use as your little family home evening lessons to help kids start to internalize this stuff, because kids learn through stories and not through preaching and lectures.
Blessed are your eyes, for they see.
Number 1 is 101 Dalmatians. I did a longer video about this, and I'd recommend you check it out if you like this one. But here's the essence. This movie teaches that life is not a commodity. Children aren't resources, and that they ought to be protected, even adopted. 101 Dalmatians are adopted in that movie, right, in order to protect life. That's what the hero's doing. Meanwhile, the villain, who is a black and white villain, represents pure evil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. And that's Cruella de Vil. She's one who would consume children, in this case puppies, in order to preserve her lifestyle. If you can't see ties to the pro-life discussion in that movie, then I don't know. Yeah, open your eyes. Cruella de Vil is anti-family, anti-future, anti-children. And what better way to teach kids the importance and the sanctity of life and the importance of children. There's even the scene, beautiful, grounded scene, where they're celebrating. We're going to have babies. There are going to be 15 puppies, right? And then one comes out and it died. And it's sad. And you're like, oh, geez, Disney, right? And I was watching it the other day. I forgot about this scene, watching it. And I'm like, this is a hard truth. And then the father nurses the child back to life. And it's this joyful thing. It's like, we have 15 babies. Can you imagine that? Now that today, that's a burden. 15 babies is a burden. It's a good movie. Go watch it with your kids. Great movie. Next is Finding Nemo. And I think the whole moral of this movie is life is worth the risk. This movie has great elements that I think protect us from the helicopter parenting that's so prevalent today, allowing kids to go out there and risk. And Marlin is kind of going through this process where he's learning to let go. And I'll do a deep dive on this because there's interesting elements to Nemo. But I think where this can be a pro-life movie is right at the beginning, where it shows the egg. And the egg is injured, right? The mother has died and the egg is injured. This is Nemo and he's got the crack in the egg. And it shows the egg that he's alive, and that even though the mother is dead, even though it's going to be a single parent raising this kid, it's worth it to raise the kid. There's risk and there's danger in the ocean, but that's the moral, is that parents they exist to guard life and to protect their children. And in order to love your children, you have to be okay with risk. Risk of living, risk of letting them out there in the world, risk of things not being perfect and disabilities existing, for example. I think that has some deep pro-life resonance right there. Fear doesn't justify abandonment, and life is worth fighting for and living even when it's fragile. Next up, 1941. How about Dumbo? This is a movie of a vulnerable child who, again, has, you could call it a disability. He's different. He's mocked. He's defective. And yet the mother's love in this movie is strong, right? The worth of Dumbo doesn't depend on his usefulness to the clowns or to the circus. It goes deeper than that. I would also say that the separation from the mother and child is portrayed as a really tragic, it's pretty traumatic actually, this traumatic thing. I think it could be used. It could be used. Okay, here's a stretch. This one's a little bit of a stretch. How about Charlotte's Web? The child, Wilbur, is literally marked for death, right? His life is then saved through the sacrificial love of Charlotte. She gives her life to protect Wilbur. Life is so worth it that it's worth laying down your own life for. The last kids movie, and then we'll get to an adult one, is Despicable Me. I think could be a good pro-life tool. The hero of the movie, the protagonist, is Gru, and he is changed from a villain to a father figure through adopting kids, realizing that, oh, kids aren't all that bad. They're not a waste of space. They're not a nuisance. They're not just a burden, but that actually this burden can change him, can give him something bigger to live for. He loves the kids. You're going to cry in the movie. And honestly, in any story, if you want to know what is a story teaching me about the world and how is it forming kids, what is it teaching them that matters, look at the heroes and villains. The last one, I gotta shout out A Quiet Place, right? This is a great movie. This is a huge W for motherhood, for family. And I know that it's like intense and it's like not a kid's movie at all, but for older kids or just for you, like parents are risking everything for their children in this movie. Pregnancy is brave. It's moral. It's not framed as like reckless. It's dangerous, but it's what they're fighting for. It's rare to find a movie that is so focused on motherhood is a good thing. If we could just get rid of that nail scene. Okay, we're done. We're done talking about this. What movies did I miss and what movies should I analyze next? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, remember, by small and simple screens, worldviews are formed.